Hello, Western New York. And this little project? Well, let's put it this way. Mama asked me to put mulch on her roses, so that's what we're gonna do. One moment, let me set up my tripod. It's not exactly the best ground to set things up right here. I mean, we are talking about tree roots and whatnot. Well, hopefully you'll see what I'm doing. You know, like I said, got a little project Mama asked me to work on. And that project is, quite literally, remove the weeds and the leaves from her flower bed, her roses, and then place mulch on. And one of the things I have, nice little hand rake. You know, that way you can remove out any leaves. You know, and you know, you can hear that nice sound. I mean, the leaves being removed. You can, I mean, yeah, leaves make a good mulch, but they're not the world's greatest decomposers. Well, they don't decompose all that great, and at the moment, my mom, she wants me to, you know, clean it up, make it look nice. So, I'm removing the leaves that are currently in her rose bed. And doing some mild inspecting of her plants. I mean, you do that sort of thing. Now you might remove a few chips, some wood chips, that does happen. But the important thing is, you're going to be adding new ones on anyway, so if you accidentally remove a few chips, it's not that big of a loss, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, like I said, we're going to be putting more on. Now this is useful, very useful little thing. You get down in there, your hands don't necessarily get poked by the thorns, and more importantly, you don't need to get out the big one, which certainly will not fit in here. And could potentially damage the plants. I mean, there might be some damage, but not as much as there would be with a big one. Now leaves do, like I mentioned, they do make a good mulch, but like I said, my mom wants this to look nice, so, you know, make it look nice. camera. I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah. Talking to my aunt. She's wondering who I was talking to. I don't blame her. I'd be wondering what my nephew was up to if he was talking to nobody. Not that you guys out there are nobody, but she's not too used to that sort of thing. Plenty of leaves, that's for sure. And plenty of weeds. Plenty of weeds. You can remove weeds, do it. They compete for nutrients and whatnot. That ain't and they're not good friends with your young new shoots and that sort of stuff. Well, when your plants are thanking you, it's like, oh, thank you for getting rid of those weeds and those leaves. They were smothering me. This is why you want to remove weeds. They have long roots. You know, you remove the weeds, you remove them, and your plants will thank you for this. Oh, nothing else. I see some new growth on my mom's rose. Well, at least one of them. You know, that's why you do this. I mean, you do this to sort of things, to refresh them, you refurbish them, I mean, you do this for their benefit. And also so that way your plants look pretty. These are good roots. Broken rose pieces. If it's broken, you remove it. You see a broken piece, remove it. Move these weeds, get them out, get the rotten leaves, get these leaves out. I mean, here's what you can do. You can take these leaves, you can take these weeds, and maybe some of these sticks too, and you put them in your compost pile. That's what you do. You put them in your compost pile, you know. That way they can decompose, you know. properly. And then next year or so, maybe you add that. Maybe you can add it to your vegetable garden. You know. Or another flower garden. You know? That way things are all good. You don't waste it. Nothing else? If nothing else, it gets you out of the house for a little bit. See? Roots. These things stay. Pull them out, and your flowers will thank you. In part by growing new canes, grown bigger, grown healthier. And generally, just plain growth. Looks better already. I mean, you're gonna still find weeds. I mean, seriously. You're never going to get rid of all of these weeds, I'll admit to that. You get rid of as many of them as you can. Make it as easy for the plant you want. Got a little worm in here. I'm gonna leave him be. He's doing his job. You know, he's making sure there's aeration and whatnot in this. You know, and he's breaking down the old mulch. Like I said, I think I'm good. You know, I'm not going to trim any of the roses. I'll let Mom do that, you know. I mean, if you see any, that being said, if you know what you're doing and you see any damage, you know, if you see any dead things, you want to remove that. Let's see here. Okay, this thing's been running for about 15 minutes. I suppose I can still let it run. Got a bag of last year's mulch. It is not the kind of mulch you want to use around your... you don't want to use this type of mulch right here. You don't want to use this around your you don't want to use this around your blackberries, your raspberries, your grapes, or if you're planning on eating your rose hip berries, you know, you don't want them around your food, because chemicals in them. Not very nice. But if you're just growing flowers, it's okay. I mean, I suppose if you had nothing else, you could probably use this around your berry plants, you know, in moderation, but in general, you know, this is from last year. This is a year-old mulch. Putting it around the plants, you know, putting it around the bed or something. Because you always want to mulch your plants. You want to make sure you mulch them because it helps the plant retain moisture. And moisture is what your plant loves. It'll help them to grow, it'll help them to thrive. You know, you put it around your plants. You don't want it too close, if possible. I mean, just close enough that it'll help protect your roots. If nothing else. Nothing else, it's still got the year-old and it's still got a good brightness and coloration. You know. By the way, if you have access to thornless roses, that might be something you might want to do if you don't want to get scratched by the thorns. You know. At the moment, I just tolerate the thorns because it's mom's flowers, okay? And you're supposed to do nice things for your mom. Even when they do drive you crazy. And of course, likewise, when you drive them crazy. Now, when it comes to these roses, I'm not 100% certain if they are hybrids or, you know, I mean if they're actual flowers or if they've been grafted or what, you know. Well, that's dead. You see dead stuff, remove it. You know, set it aside so that way it can be mulched up, gotten rid of, whatever. Probably not the correct way of removing these things, but it's effective. And when all you got is your hand, you put on a good leather glove. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm just I'm removing weeds, putting mulch around the plants. Well, I got the mulch around the plants. That being said, there was something I did forget. Well, important thing is I got the mulch around the plants. Fresh mulch. Ow! I'm going to add in, some big piles. A few big piles. And now, just pick up a rake, spread it around a little bit. This is what you do when you're trying to improve the color of the bed in general. You get some good sized piles, and then you spread it out. Apply more as needed. Okay. Now there's still a few leaves on top. That being said, I have mulched around Mom's roses. Now, for the most part, I didn't mulch too deeply, maybe half an inch, roughly. I mean, there's some parts that probably could use a little bit more. But here's the thing. It's got a nice bright color. There's definitely mulch around the plants. And I got rid of a good deal of the leaves and pulled out as many weeds as I could. You know, this is the sort of thing you do with most any flower bed, you know. I mean, remove the weeds, remove the dead stuff, and reapply your mulch. Oh, one final thing. Her turtle. Don't ask me the story on this. I mean, I'm not quite sure if it's hers or something my grandma and grandpa passed on down. But, you know, you keep the family treasures. If only to have a story to tell. Well, this is Western New York. And I just mulched my mom's roses. Subscribe if you like this, post comments, and all that sort of stuff. Alright. Goodbye. Nothing else, this shirt certainly is beautiful. Yep. I mean, like I said, well, I don't know if you saw it all. Well, of course you saw it. You saw me weeding, you saw me removing the leaves, and you saw me mulching. Hopefully. Well, goodbye.